Accused of running one of the biggest frauds in U.S. history, Sam Bankman-Fried walked out of court, released on a $250 million bond tonight. The former crypto billionaire ordered to home confinement at his parents' house in Palo Alto.
This bond is really unprecedented, but it will allow Bankman-Fried to be free pending trial or any guilty plea.
And the 30-year-old Bankman-Fried has already handed over his passport. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meebeck.
And I'm Julie Hayner. Bankman-Fried had his first U.S. court appearance today in New York and is expected to be back in the Bay Area to start his home arrest. KTVU's Alyssa Harrington live tonight in the newsroom after speaking with a legal analyst. Alyssa.
Well, Julie, Mike, there are some strict rules. While under house arrest, Bankman-Fried will be fitted with an ankle monitor. He cannot start any businesses, open any lines of credit, or make any financial transactions over $1,000. And the only time he can leave is to make court appearances back in New York. This quiet street near the Stanford University campus is where FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried will serve house arrest pending trial for one of the largest financial fraud cases ever. SBF, as he's called, will be staying at his parents' home. The cryptocurrency entrepreneur was led out of a Manhattan courthouse Thursday by U.S. Marshals and accompanied by his parents after posting a massive $250 million bond.
What makes it fascinating is this is the largest bond in U.S. history.
Former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani called this amount unprecedented. For example, fraudster Bernie Madoff had a $10 million bond. Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos received a $500,000 bond.
It was potentially a flight risk, but he did voluntarily waive extradition from the Bahamas, come back to New York. So I think the government saw the writing on the wall, that they weren't able to get him detained. So they negotiated a very high bond amount to ensure that Bankman-Fried is going to make his court appearances.
Bankman-Fried faces 8 counts of fraud and conspiracy. He's accused of stealing billions of dollars from FTX and its investors for his own personal use, like buying expensive real estate and donating to political campaigns. He's also accused of using that money to back up his hedge fund, Alameda Research. 2 members of Bankman-Fried's inner circle, including his ex-girlfriend, also pleaded guilty to federal charges and are cooperating with the investigation.
These are 2 high-level executives who've already pled guilty and are cooperating in the case against Bankman-Fried. So that's bad news for him.
Personally, I think the cryptocurrency is like air in a bottle, except for there's no air and there's no bottle.
Financial advisor James McBride said the FTX disaster has caused a lot of damage in the cryptocurrency world. He said investors are losing confidence and should be asking themselves, what is the value of crypto versus the risk?
It's in a very direct way called in the viability of cryptocurrencies. And I think it's causing investors and the general public to ask, what is a cryptocurrency? And more specifically, what is the value of a cryptocurrency?
Bankman-Fried's next court appearance is scheduled for January 3rd, back in New York. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Alyssa Harrington, KTVU, Fox 2 News.